But yeah, we're starting a brand new playthrough today of the Nightmare Before Christmas, Oogie's Revenge. So should be booting up now. There we go. A PS2 action game, basically, that definitely a childhood favorite of mine. It's very much a I would say guilty pleasure, because, you know, I consider this game pretty alright, you know, in terms of a lot of aspects. It's definitely aged in a lot of ways, but
options.
But we'll be able to go ahead and see things go. In my target markers. Yep, that works. All works out for me. Okay, but we won't be watching that intro since it actually does kind of spoil a lot of the actual game. But with that, we are going to jump right on in. And for this playthrough, I will be playing on the hardest difficulty, Nightmare mode.
Welcome to Halloween Town.
Since I know a bit of what I'm doing.
'Twas a long time ago, longer now than it seems, in a place that perhaps you've seen in your dreams.
I mean, I've seen this on a movie screen.
You're about to be told took place in the holiday worlds of old. Now you've probably wondered where holidays come from. If you haven't, I'd say it's time you begun.
Now, besides the fact that I grew up on this game, and this is, for all intents and purposes, one of the very first, like, I think basically the first action game I've ever technically played. I am a huge fan of the Nightmare Before Christmas movie. And if you haven't seen it, I recommend. But this game is more of a actual, like, sequel to these, as we'll see. Aww.
Another magnificent Halloween, Jack. This year's Halloween was the most horrible yet. Thank you, everyone.
And there's our boy.
Something's missing. There's got to be a way to make Halloween more hideous, more terrifying, more frightening. This can't go on. You've got to do better, Jack.
No satisfying him, unfortunately. Even after a whole ass movie.
A new Halloween?
A fresh, new, and improved Halloween, Doctor. After last year, we can't just do the same old thing. We should all be inspired to do something different. We need new scares, new ideas, new discoveries.
New discoveries, eh? I think I have just the kind of thing you're talking about. I call it the soul robber. Take
Oh.
it, Jack. I'm sure it will come in handy.
You know, given Disney owns both franchises, that dude could be just Flubber. Whoa.
Amazing. Exactly, Doctor, exactly. That settles it. I'll head out in search of more new discoveries for next year's Halloween. Oh, Doctor, please watch after things while I'm away.
I like how that's the doctor, not the fucking mayor.
Forward to next Halloween.
Though, to be fair, honestly, given the mayor of this town, I could actually understand why.
Jack's leaving town.
Now we can bring back Oogie.
Yeah, how hard can it be?
And there's our plot. or at the very least, the setup for it. But it's now December 23rd. But this still be Halloween Town, so this still be here for the spoopy season.
I hope this finds you, Jack, wherever you are.
Hurry, Jack!
Yep, that ended well. That didn't end well. And so yeah, this game is broken up into a series of chapters, which are basically our levels for this game.
That's strange. The town's deserted.
Now, is it deserted because it's actually abandoned, or because this is a PS2 game? Probably actually deserted. Oh, never mind, there's somebody.
I don't believe we've met. I'm Jack. Jack Skeleton.
Well, alrighty.
You're not from Halloween Town.
Yeah, I
are
can't
you?
appreciate Jack just being like, I would beat the fuck out of you. Oh, hi, Leon, how you doing? Alright. So I'll go a bit more into gameplay as we go, but square button is for your light attack, which is this little whip here. And if you hit triangle, you just slam the fuck out of them. I'll explain that what I just did there as well in a bit, since been in the middle of it. But as you can see, as you deal damage consistently, you get a little combo meter. With the higher your combo meter, the more money they drop. So you actually want to keep it up, not just for the points. Now, you can also grab them and spin around like this. Back. And when you grab them with heavy, if you hit square, you toss them away like that. You can also hit circle to dodge. Hit him in succession, and you do a series of dodges that chain into each other. And that concludes our little tutorial fight. And now I wonder what on earth has happened around the towns. I mean, the gates have been locked and everything. It's like it's turned.
What happened while I was gone?
It's like the place has turned into a goddamn video game.
Someone's inside.
Yeah, but hi Leon. Hope you're doing all right. Popped up around while we're doing our tutorial thing.
I'm not making any more traps. Oh, Jack, it's you.
It do be me.
What exactly happened while I was gone?
Lock, shock, and barrel sewed Oogie back together again.
Oh, it was just that simple. Oh, okay.
Bugs, bags, and all. Oogie is back.
Dr. Finkelstein proposed a plan for the next Halloween. He said you wanted a dangerous Halloween, so we organized one to make you happy. He said if we didn't, you might never come back.
Do you think using ghosts and skeletons to hurt people is my idea of a good Halloween?
Jack really just be out here. Do you think I liked terrorism?
We just wanted you to come back. We set up booby traps all over the place, but then hordes of ghosts and skeletons appeared out of nowhere, attacking everyone. Soon it wasn't even safe to be on the streets.
This is a disaster. I've got to find the doctor.
Jack, I want to help too. Let me record your story so it's not lost.
Ah.
Don't forget.
Save it now, or risk doing it again. Oh. I used to repeat that like all the time as a kid. But yeah, so if we talk to three Mr. Hydes in the middle of a level, they allow us to save our data. So if you need to put the game down or anything, then you can do just that. Now, the overlay is blocking a bit, but in the bottom left at points, you'll get to see a 0, the ghost dog pop up, and that'll basically tell you, hey, there's been an update in your menu. So there's been an update in our index here, where, yeah, the three Mr. Hydes. That town residence. Halloween Town is the home of the most frightful and friendly fiends in ours or any world. If it goes bump in the night and creeps and or crawls, then it probably lives here with the one and only Pumpkin King. And then the Oogie Boogies. Oogie Boogie, this lord of the flies, bugs, and slugs once tried to snuff out Santa and pop Jack's pumpkin head. Now he's back to finish the job, and he's enlisted the help of the most treacherous trio of Lock, Shock, and Barrel. And so yeah, we'll unlock more of the index as we go. But during that tutorial fight, 0 also popped up because in the action part of the menu, you can see what your moves are. Now just like scroll through them, but I'll explain all of these as we go. But yeah, Soul Cycle, Pumpkin Gauge, which is our HP. Alright. And so as I was kind of saying during the fight, so square does our little whip thing. Triangle does that grab where we grab and we just start slamming the shit out of them in the ground. That does hit other enemies as well. Now, if you spin the stick and hit square, you just a little twirl. Now, this is an attack that does hit enemies, but if enemies throw any projectiles your way, this also smacks it back towards them or towards any enemies close to you. Now, if you hold either square or triangle, you can charge your Soul Robber. Once it's fully charged, you can then move around freely like this. But until it's fully charged, you slowly move around like that. But if you just release it and keep hitting square, you do a powered up attack. I charged up heavy like I was doing with grabbing the enemies. That's what causes you to grab them and spin them around like a whirlwind. Now, the thing I was doing during the fight, this is called a taunt. So what a taunt does, I'll explain more of its use during the end results screen. But if you taunt an enemy, you give yourself a full charge. Now, your confirmation for if a taunt worked is if you see a little exclamation point pop over their head. If you don't get an exclamation point, that means the taunt didn't work, and you don't get your charge. And that's important to get that down, because otherwise, mid combo you can't really start charging, because then that means you can't keep up your combo all that well. Now, we can explore the town a bit, but we'll do so in time. So let's just go ahead and head inside the town hall. We'll figure out what that does later.
Huh? What's this?
Oh? Oh my god, he's a Heartless. How the fuck did this game get to Shadow Oogie before Kingdom Hearts had the idea? Didn't even try to. But, well, seems like we have a boss fight on our hands. Okay, so I got hit a bit there, but that's what I mean, so... Now, the other advantage of spinning is that it brings in collectibles to you.
This time you've gone too far. It's over. I'm serious. Just who do you...
And yes, as you can see, every boss fight in this game is a musical.
Just because you rule the town doesn't make you king. You better give up. Surrender now. I'm fixing everything. That's what you think. But you couldn't be more wrong. And this will be the last time you hear this sound.
And when you collect all the musical notes, it turns into a rhythm game.
Pretty proud of all your tracks. But I can say you'll rule this town over.
In your dreams.
That's funny, Jack. It was a dream, but now it's coming true. 'Cause he's not only a shadow.
Whoa, whoa.
I'm the Pumpkin King. Something wrong.
Yep, the more you get, and the more damage you do. And then, basically, yeah, you
Done to my friend.
continue doing whatever the boss asks of you.
It's over. It's over. This time you've gone too far. It's over.
And depending on the boss, actually, the lyrics also technically telegraph what attack they're about to do.
Just because you fool the town doesn't make you king. You better give up. Surrender now, huh? Fixing everything. That's what you think.
Okay. I keep forgetting, though, every time he does toss out the dice, being close to him is an attack.
But you couldn't be more wrong. And this will be the last time you hear this sound.
Yeah, every time he does that, he's dropping crates on your head.
One. Let's go.
I see you're pretty proud of all your tracks. But I can say
And it throws down only in your dreams. Heck, it was a dream, but now it's coming true. Unfortunately, I can't sing all of them because I do actually gotta focus on this. Because this first one isn't bad. But these do quickly ramp up in difficulty. Also, every time you get a blue drop like that, that is a powered up soul robber. So what that means is more damage, but also your heavy attack grabs have unlimited stamina, so you just keep slamming or spinning the enemy.
this time you've gone too far. It's over. I'm serious. Just who do you think you are? Just because
But I don't think we'll need to go through another song sequence.
surrender now, huh? Fixing it. What you think. But you couldn't be more wrong.
And that is Shadow Oogie down.
Beginner's luck, if you ask me. Don't worry, we'll meet again.
Okay. Oh, what? Oh, and what's that?
Oh!
Well, that's not supposed to be here.
It's the Halloween holiday door. Now, what in the world is that doing here?
I'm gonna just put this in my back pocket real quick. Yep, just in that inventory. So, to also explain a couple things. So that bottle I drank out of, it's what I filled the fountain outside with. No, I put the water from the fountain inside this bottle, but that fountain not only fully restores your health, but you can refill any crystal bottles you have. That fully heal you. And the blue souls that we got earlier, every time you get one, it gets added to your inventory, but the cap is 5. So because we're already maxed out on 5, that's why it got auto-used. But you can use a blue soul at any point as long as it's in your inventory. And that is chapter 1 done.
Clear time! Combo! Damage! Exclamation marks count! Nightmare rank!
Excellent.
Awesome.
Soul bonus!
Yep. So, a lot of this is pretty self-explanatory, but basically time, beat the faster you beat the level, the better that rank is. Combo, what combo is it is recording your longest combo in the level. So, during the boss fight with Oogie, when I got into the music dance sequence, the highest my combo went into 30, so the game registered that as my highest combo reached during the level. So it's not an overall thing, it's just whatever your highest is. Damage, take more damage, the worse your rank is. Exclamation mark count, that is what I was talking about with the taunts. So every time you taunt the enemy, you get an exclamation point. Now during boss fights though, the more successful inputs you do, the more exclamation mark counts you get as well. So that's why I have so many in this, despite the fact I only taunted like 4 times outside. But yeah, but the higher your ranks are on this, the better your rank, and the bigger soul bonus or money you get. And on top of that, if you get an A rank or higher on every part of that ranking system, which the highest they can go is A and S, basically, then you get a small figurine that you can view in the model viewer. Now, I already have all these unlocked on my other file that we're going to use, that'll show off when we finish all this. So that's why I'm not going to be too worried about doing well on these levels. I'm here to actually just survive and show off the game. Yeah, but from here, after level's done, you can select which level you want to go to. You can visit Jack's house, which we'll do at a later point. Or if you're trying to go for rankings, or just trying to grind up for souls, then you can retry the chapter. But we'll just jump right into the next one now. Chapter 2, The Witching Hour. And by the way, this is attempting a 100% playthrough. Now, a lot of this is going to have to be remembered off the top of my head. Because unlike Wukong or Persona 3 Reload, I actually know this game, so I'm trying to see if I can remember a lot of this off the top of my head. But what's up, Zero? What got updated? The holidays doors. A small grove far outside of town hides a circle of trees, which are indeed portals to all other holiday worlds. Through these doors, you can reach worlds for Thanksgiving, Independence Day, St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day, Easter, and of course, Christmas Town. Yeah, but since we took kind of some hits during that fight, we're gonna drink some water. And that's why we get that message as well. I'm gonna pour some in the bottle. Well, hello, small one.
Jack, welcome back. It looks like the witch shop just opened for the first time since you left. I guess that means things are safe now that you're back. Terrible things happened while you were gone, Jack. Terrible things.
I can tell! Whole place became a goddamn video game world. And that is the corpse kid, who... he's just a friendly, small child at this point, but will be a potential massive source of anger later on. But now we have the actual town accessible to us. So if we hit the select button here, we can bring up our map. I actually really dig the fact that every zone has its own custom map that looks like this. Obviously, for some people, I can understand how this gives like a oh god feeling, but it's really not that bad. Especially because they do mark where you are and everything, but we'll just explore everything as we go. So the witch's shop is that way, but I'm gonna go over here first. But because I'm trying to make this more of a tutorial, well, not kind of a 100% guide thing, I'm fully accepting the fact that my time ranks on these are gonna be garbage. Which that's my biggest advice. You know, for your very first playthrough, your time's gonna be probably your worst ranking every time. Since, of course, you're playing each level for the first time. How many times can I say time? There's a letter in the gate. Should I read it? Shall I read it? Jack, in your absence, I held an assembly, and the whole town made plans for the scariest, most horrible Halloween yet. By the time you read this letter, I trust Halloween Town will be most positively horrific. Rest assured, next Halloween will not disappoint you. November 15th, the mayor. Well, we can see how that went along. But that is Jack's house, so you can go up and visit it and enter it. It's basically where you can do all your model viewer and watch cutscenes and all that. So we're not gonna we don't feel like we need to. And most of these doors are locked, so we're just gonna take Corpse Kid advice and just continue on down into the witch's shop. It's just right over here in its own little circle for your convenience.
Jack, you've returned.
I have.
Is it true? The whole town is booby-trapped?
Oh, it's too embarrassing to talk about. We brought this all upon ourselves. Say, care to buy anything? We've got some prime heads and torsos, but they'll cost you an arm and a leg.
All I have is nothing but arms and legs. Also, this is fucked up. Why I'm trying to save this town. Why y'all charging me?
Witch's shop, the best body.
Honestly, I say that, but knowing Jack, he's the one. He'd still be offering to pay. Yeah. So on this left side, you can buy crystal bottles from here and golden pumpkins, which are what increases our maximum health. So you can buy some here, or as we'll see, you can find some secret ones later on.
You are always welcome here.
Now on this right side, which we actually very much are more interested in.
Hero, Jack.
here we can buy upgrades for us. So we do not have the souls for it right now, but this is where we can get a better soul robber, which can upgrade our combo. It can upgrade our combo length, just the length of our attacks in general, and its endurance. And what I mean by that is basically how long we can keep slamming enemies into the ground or spinning with them. Yeah, improves the soul robber attack and endurance.
You're always welcome back,
I
Jack.
always found it funny how this right side is the one where you do all the upgrades, despite the fact that she's the one that has all the bottles and stuff. But this is the one where you buy all that. So many terrible things to choose from. How splendid! From gruesome goods to dubious devices, this shop truly has it all. Well, at the very least, we've confirmed the witches are safe. And yeah, now as you walk throughout town as well, you'll get your random encounters. Now, something I will show off as well. So taunting them not only gets you an exclamation point. Now, if you taunt an enemy though, and you leave them alone for a bit, they get powered up. Which I'll show what that means.
The main gate can't be opened. Do you know why?
I think Clown has the key, but I don't know where he went.
Uh-oh. Well, there's something going on over there. What do we update? Clown. This unicycle riding clown is the keeper of the main gate key. Without him, no one can leave town. Is that a threat? Given current circumstances, probably. Yep, I suppose. Let us see what is down here. Yep. This is where we get introduced to another enemy type, where this one is annoying as it throws boomerang bones at you. That's what I mean, but they're boomerang bones, you can reflect them back as long as you time your spin properly. Or you can throw enemies into them. Now this game is very forgiving, unlike a lot of other action games where if you do get hit, it doesn't ruin your combo. Your combo does still stick around. But here, I'll show it. So when you taunt an enemy, they go what's called Oogie mode in this, where they get more health. Some of them, I think at least all of them in some way, they get more improved moves. So in terms of those ones, I didn't give them the chance to, but they can do stuff like dodge, their boomerangs go a lot farther and can kind of ricochet. And every enemy in this game has an Oogie mode. That's my name, don't wear it out.
No need to panic. You can calm down.
Is it really you, Jack? Oh, something really terrible's happened.
Yeah, no shiggles.
I'm going to save everyone and return Halloween Town back to how it was. I need you to open the main gate.
It's been so dangerous out there, I locked the gate and hid here. Now don't get me wrong, I like a good scare, but those things bite. Oh, you want the gate key. Oh, now where did I put it? Did I eat it? I'll open the gate once I find it.
You know, Clown, I do gotta give you props, though. I don't know how you got, like... Like, look, I support body positivity here and everything. But I don't know how the hell he got down here, especially with that goddamn unicycle, or how he's gonna get out. Yeah, but here we can see soul jump. So whenever we see one of these hanging hooks, we can hit our triangle button and pull ourselves towards it. Don't worry about those other modes. We'll learn and unlock those later. Now you can actually technically do this as soon as you see that first hook in chapter 1 outside the mayor's house, but I wanted to wait until the story gave us time to learn it. Alright, but now after this, all we gotta do is head to the front gate of Halloween Town that is to the right of me on this screen. I want to go because that'll trigger enemies. But now that we know how to hook onto some hooks, we got 2 secrets we can find. I shouldn't go in until the hall's cleaned up. So yeah, every time you see one, you can just latch onto it and go upward. And what is in this ceiling here? Hidden Place 2. So yeah, so at points you'll find these hidden areas that are basically combat trials. So you encounter wave upon waves of enemies in here. Now, as you saw there, though, I didn't taunt that enemy, but still got an exclamation point. Because exclamation mark counts don't just come from having to taunt enemies. Sometimes it's if you do specific actions towards them. Yeah, we need more games where their heavy attack is you just slam the fuck out of enemies into enemies. Because it's like the one biggest thing I bring up from this game of like why I recommend people play it. Because there's just such a satisfying feeling by just taking an enemy and just slamming them over and over again into someone else. But yeah, but our reward for this one is we get a golden pumpkin. Now the rewards in these can vary. Some of them can just be money, large amounts of money. Some of them can be crystal skulls, which when you get 4 of them, you can create another crystal bottle. Or what's the other one I'm thinking of? Or some of them drop figurines for the model viewer. Now that was one over Town Hall, but if we go over this way... Ah, damn. Well, this is what I'm talking about. So it's near the main gate here. Oh yeah, those ranged boys. They will just straight up smack you though if you're close up to them. Yeah, we jump on up here. We can find ourselves another hidden area. Which, by the way, these hidden areas, as you can see, they're naturally out of order. So, like, don't worry, we haven't missed Secret Place 2 or 1 or anything. It's just, they're just weirdly in other spots. Which is a bit confusing, but it'd be what it be. By the way, during these combat trials, they will count these inanimate objects as things for you to destroy. Now, another thing, though, as you can see, is if you line up enemies, like, perfectly, then you can strike multiple at once, and this does actually count as 2 hits towards your combo. As I said, the bigger your combo is, the more money you get from enemies. Alright. And that's what I was talking about with this crystal skull here. So if we get 4 of them, we can create a crystal bottle. Now if you you can create, it's just we get 4 of them, but weirdly enough, I believe there's only 6 in this game. So so technically there is more than you need, but yeah, you can only get 1 extra crystal bottle. But that's all the secrets we can find for ourselves so far, so I'd say let's drink ourselves some water. Oh yeah, and you can't, of course, can't talk with motherfucker. And can't talk with NPCs while enemies are about. Yeah. And I'll definitely say right now, as it's been shown, this is a old PS2 action game that I'll kind of talk a bit more about as we go, but I'll definitely say, unfortunately, the worst part of this game...
I got the gate open for you, Jack.
Oh, thank you.
Not before some of Oogie's baddies grabbed Sally and carried her off towards the cemetery. I've heard the cemetery is pretty dangerous these days. I hope she's okay.
What? Took Sally?
That's
it. No more Mr. Nicebones.
Oh my god. I love Jack. He's so cringe. He's like me. And that is the end of chapter 2. But the worst part about this game is the fact that it was from the PS2 era, so a lot of the camera angles are very not the best.
Excellent.
Kiss.
Soul bonus.
But so there are total of 24 chapters, I believe. Yeah, 24. It's 20 something. And a lot of them are varying in length, but there's rarely one that, unless it's your very first time through and you're struggling bad, it's not too... A lot of them rarely go over half an hour. For all intents and purposes, this is going to be a much shorter playthrough compared to what I'm doing right now. I at most see us only having to take like 2 or 3 parts for this game. But, welcome to the cemetery, our first major level in this game. So our levels, our kind of points in this game are going to be very much just going through the different areas of Halloween Town. Oh, that's a 0. Oh. No, Zero's not home. Where could he be? Huh. Yeah, but I don't know if I brought it up before or if we've seen it, but it might be taking a wonder, so who exactly made this game? Funnily enough, so it's Buena Vista Games, but also fucking Capcom. Which is definitely probably why the Devil May Cry, or as I'm gonna call this series, Devil May Christmas isms show up. Yeah. Oh, but unfortunately, sometimes then. Yeah. A useful thing about this tornado move, though, is that it does draw enemies into you, allowing you to hit them. Oh, thank you for the blue soul right at the last minute. Yeah. So you're gonna be walking around and you're gonna see these purple graves. Do not worry about them. We can't do anything with them yet.
When Oogie's monsters approach, I have to run away. Sometimes you may not be able to find me, but I'll always be back.
Basically, just kill all the monsters and he'll return.
Don't forget.
Save it now, or risk doing it again.
I love these little guys. But no, I mean, this is kind of like, when I talk about, like, the era, like, the PS2 action game era, and all that, where, like, developers, whether it be, like, licensed stuff or just whatever, were just taking their chances. This is the shit I'm talking about. Like, this is the era that I feel like is kind of coming back in games right now. With, like, really, like, PS2 feeling like action games now. Whether it be Strangers of Paradise, which I can't remember. I think that was it was either a couple or 3 years back. But like Black Myth Wukong's kind of giving me that feel right now. Neo, all that kind of stuff. It's like I want games like this. I just want like weird experimental shit. Like I love it. As long as it's quality, as long as it is good and actually has care put into it. But anyway, the hanging tree. Well, hello, good sir.
Jack, you've come back.
I have also returned.
Hello, hanging tree. What happened to your hanging men?
Yeah, it doesn't work as well when they say come back, though.
Ever since Oogie Boogie and his monsters came to town, my hanging men have been hiding all around the cemetery. I'm afraid that hanging men aren't very brave.
Well,
I guess we're both missing people. I've lost Sally. You haven't seen Sally, have you?
No, but maybe my hanging men have seen her.
I'd better find them. I could really use Zero's nose at a time like this.
I bet you'll find Zero is in his grave.
oh, now we'll find him. That the game has procced us and said, hey, he's around there. The hanging men. Hanging men hang around on the hanging tree. Without them, it wouldn't be much of a hanging tree, would it? And Sally. Sally is the living ragdoll creation of the doctors that has sewn her way to Jack's heart. Yeah. Now, before we leave, though, we're gonna swing around this tree for a bit because there's some money we can get on it, but also that golden pumpkin over there is of interest to me. Alright, so I believe to get that golden pumpkin, because there's 2 points you can grab on that you can see. It may be a bit tough to see, but the points you gotta be under are signified by the little swirly patterns on the ground. So I believe this might be the wrong one.
Toll robber.
Oh, never mind.
Toll robber.
No, it's not. Alright, can I still drop onto it, though? I can! Yeah, pro gamer skills. Okay. But, to get up to that golden pumpkin, you grab onto this and then basically go along the pathing. As for that. Now, there is a hidden area in this graveyard, but we'll concern ourselves with that at a later point. For now, we're just gonna run back to the entrance. And I'd say this is the time to kind of get used to this game's camera at points.
Bueno, don't
Say or risk do.
Like I said, I've already got 100%. I already have a 100% file on me, so that's why I'm fully ready to just accept that my time rankings on these is going to be bad. Because I just want to be able to just talk about and show off. But essentially, since if you're going after hidden areas and all that, your ranking's gonna suffer on the first time regardless. Oh, but what is a happenings here? Oh God. Not the shit, kids.
I might have known.
Welcome home, Jack.
How was your trip, Jack?
Are you having fun, Jack?
You three wouldn't have anything to do with Oogie's return, would you?
Who?
Us?
It's not too late. Return this town to order immediately.
Why would we do that?
The fun has just begun.
Okay, you know, Jack,
We're on a secret mission to stop you.
okay.
Tell anyone, though.
You know, Jack, they are committing, borderline terror acts in your town.
Now you'll
All I'm saying is, fuck them kids. Well, so this isn't necessarily a boss fight. What this is a, combat gauntlet. Now, Locke does run around the arena, but he doesn't actually do anything. He doesn't, like, attack you or anything. He's purely there to just run around. If you bump into him, you get exclamation points. Oh my god. I'll be real. Every time I play this game, the biggest struggle is getting back used to Soul Robber level 1. Because Soul Robber level 1 has such crappy range, it's like, it's such a struggle at points. Yeah, now these blue ones can actually be problem-mental, because what it is they're like the normal ones, where all they do is just run up and smack you, but they tear off their arms, so they have a little extra range. Like so. So it's like the distance you actually. Oh jeez. I need to upgrade this Soul Rubber so bad. So the range they have can actually be pretty deceptive in terms of before they actually smack you. Oh yeah, and you can't grab enemies at the start of their get-up animations. You can grab them around when they get to the middle. Yeah, but then here's these bigger skeletons. they're basically upgraded versions of the normal guys, but they have more health, and of course them being bigger. Oh my god.
Then Mr. Oogie Boogie Man.
Take the whole town over there!
Don't be so pleased, I do declare. Don't you beware!
Yeah. Now, one of the techniques to get down with this game, though, is hitting the enemy and then dodging out of the way. Because this is Jack's default dodge. He does the somersault forward, but if you dodge to the side, he does a little slide out of the way instead.
Good from now on, I promise. Gotta go.
You know, Jack, we could kill them, is all I'm saying. They are basically small terrorists. And they're also some shit kids, so. But yes, the lock and shocks and barrels. Alright, well, before we get started with this, I'm gonna make a hike back to town real quick. So refill on my crystal bottle. Like I said, my biggest struggle whenever starting any new game is the fact that the range on this thing is so like low that you gotta get so uncomfortably close to your enemies. But we also get a chance to see, yeah, so this game does a very nice detail in the fact that depending on what chapter you're in, you actually do get to see different times of the day for Halloween Town. And it's very much not an always thing, but like, I'm pretty sure Corpse Kid has the exact same dialogue, but depending on what point you are in the game, the NPCs will also have different things to say about the situation. Who's a good boy?
There you are, Zero. Come on. I need your help to find some hanged men.
Jack, I didn't know you like that, man. Jesus. By the way, to help you with your ranks and all that, the time you spend in these menus does also count towards your rankings at the end. So do keep that in mind as you're scrolling through or reading stuff. That's why also your rank's probably gonna be shit. Zero is Jack's faithful dog and best friend. His glowing pumpkin nose can always be counted upon to guide Jack through the darkest of times. Alright, so now we're getting kind of a weird part of this. So you gotta follow Zero with fixed camera angles. Now the first of so I'm just gonna go directly to where Zero goes because I know where these locations are. But the first one is go back around this hanging tree area. But around here, there's an opening. Now to this right side, that leads to the hidden area that I'm talking about we'll go to later, but Zero is on this left side here.
I'll take care of Oogie's lackeys. You head back to the hanging tree.
But now where Zero is going, he's going to a completely different area of the map altogether. Like I said, it becomes a bit complicated because the camera angles in this game are very not the best sometimes. And I'll definitely say I love this game. Like I said, massive guilty pleasure. It's got some issues. It's got some issues that definitely comes from the fact that you definitely tell this game had a budget and that it's just a PS2 title. because I'm trying to remember, I can't remember the exact date that this game came out in. It was definitely after the first Devil May Cry, though. But I can't remember if this was when 2 was coming out, or if 3 was around this time. I want to say no. Yeah, but Zero's coming over here because there's a gate along this side that it's a bit hard to see, but what it is there's Zero's grave. Follow this bottom wall here. Like I said, I'm a professional at this just because I've been playing these types of games from PS2 and all that. I played all sorts of survival horrors and all that, so I'm used to the shitty camera angles in video games. Yeah, but our second man is down here hanging over the fucking abyss.
I'm sorry, but I haven't got time to play hide and go shriek. Please get back to the hanging tree.
Jack, for fuck's sake, he's hanging over the abyss. Like, show some empathies, my man. Alright, are there new enemies here? No. Now, another thing to mention as well, when it comes to picking up the items and all that, if your soul robber touches like soul coins, I believe that's the official title. Also, by the way, be careful, these statues, the moment you get close to them, they start breathing fire. It's in a set pattern, so those first two will always be the first ones to light up. And then that second pair, but yeah, they only do it when you're in proximity of them. But yeah, but when you get to after that, you'll kind of then swing around. For these vines, all you do is grab them and pull them.
This area is safe now. Hurry back to the hanging tree.
He's so scared. We can even actually just see the other one we're missing over there. Oh, but I love what I said though. In terms of just like the source material, I am a massive fan of the Nightmare Before Christmas. It's probably like I'm not sitting here and talking about and acting like praising it like it's, you know, it's peak fucking cinema or like the storytelling changed my life. I was sucking for stop motion type stuff. I'm in love with that kind of style. I think it's so awesome looking. And back when I had the idea of like maybe I wanted to do something more creative as career, like as a wee child, I was also thinking like, oh man, maybe some stop motion stuff would be good. And I learned how much patience you need for it, and I was like, never mind. I learned how much fucking hours of work it takes, and I'm like, I don't want that anymore. But no, it's like this stuff, movies like Coraline, absolutely just like up my alley. And not to mention, I've just always liked Nightmare Before Christmas, like aesthetically. Halloween Town. All right, now Zero, it looks like he's going off on this side path here. He's not. That this path leads to Spiral Hill, which we do not have access to yet. If you go down to the gate, it'll just say shit's locked. What Zero's doing is he's going back to the to the entrance. Not the entrance, he's going back to the massive hanging tree. Yeah, like so. But I've just loved the idea of how Halloween Town just like having just town dedicated to just like all the, whether it be like stereotypical or like just all the Halloween type settings and such. It's always been such a fun idea and concept to me. Especially because Halloween is one of my favorite holidays of the year. I love it. We're about to get to the end of the mission, so I don't need to bother setting up a Mr. Hyde save, but it's why I was kind of saddened that now is the time I'm really being able to do anything for Spoopy season, and why I kind of want to make up for it in November by playing not only this, but we're likely gonna beat this before we beat Wukong, like just being for real. By the way, this coin does respawn, so because I said honestly, I'd be surprised if this game went past a second session. Because, like, if you're focusing in on just the story and you're not replaying through levels or anything, you can beat this game in roughly 8 to 10 hours, if even that. It definitely could take longer on your first playthrough as you're trying to figure out where the hell everything is, and you'll probably be more meticulous, but once you grab onto this last branch here, you'll auto talk to him. So don't worry about worrying about falling off or anything. But then that is the last hanging man. So after that, we go back to talk to our fellow sir, and that is the end of chapter.
Clear time.
Yeah, I figured.
Combo. Damage. Exclamation marks count. Nightmare rank.
Excellent.
So we're probably gonna be getting a lot of B's in this playthrough because, like I said,
Soul bonus.
the starting Soul Robber. Firstly, the biggest reason you want to at least hit 2 as fast as possible, you get a proper combo finisher. So for those light attacks, all I've been doing is the 2 like smacks on the enemies. When you upgrade to level 2, you get a proper like combo finisher, where Jack does like a little swirl, pretty much, that can like knock around enemies. Like, it's one of those things that it's kind of like a proper Devil May Cry or any action game, where it's like, if you're gonna go back and replay the levels and try to complete them all and get those A ranks, A and S ranks, just replay it. Just replay it when you got all the upgrades. My mind was blanking there for a second. Chapter 4, Grave Danger. So I hope you took your time to kind of get used to the layout of the cemetery, because we're running back through it all over again.
Thank you. That's much better. Without my hanging men, I'm not much of a hanging tree.
It seems those monsters are attacking from the fallen tombstones. I've got to put the tombstones back together and seal those monsters in.
Yep, and that's pretty much exactly as you said. That's our objective for this level, is those purple tombstones. We gotta go around and find all of them. Now, unfortunately, there's no checklist or anything, so it's just kind of You just kind of have to run around and make mental map of all the ones you've gotten. Now, every time you do approach one, though, you'll get some enemies to spawn in, so keep that in mind. Alright, now here comes the annoying part. So with these tombstones, what you have to do is you have to grab them with triangle and then mash the fuck out of the button. And unfortunately, it's, for some reason, they decide to be real fucking pricks. What the hell? There. Yeah, so you gotta kind of mash the fuck out of it. So, some ways to make it easier is, for every tombstone, like I said, Blue Soul gives you unlimited stamina, so you can use a Blue Soul right before you start pulling on a grave, and then it becomes a matter of just doing it before the Blue Soul runs out, which you have enough time. Or, if you're willing to, you can also grind out the money to get your soul rubber to level 2. If you get it to level 2, then it becomes easier. But of course, that one's kind of crappy because that requires you kind of just put the game on hold for a second. Like I said, I don't know why the hell they made it so rough. But anyway, we got here ourselves a new enemy type. I believe it's just called the Cyclops. Basically, it's a big boy, and when you do enough damage to him, you can grab his mace and start hitting him with it. Now, that Cyclops also brings in another important thing of note when it comes to his combat system. So, oh my god. What? Okay, what the actual fuck? There. Yeah. So, as you have probably seen at this point, the enemy I'm targeting is pretty much signified by the fact that the little arrow above their head. So, this is definitely any other point I will knock against this game, unfortunately, is this. You do not have a proper lock-on in this game. What you have is you are at mercy of the arrow. Now, you can set... Now, I've only ever used auto most of my life. You can set it to manual in the menu, but I believe all that does is it basically gets rid of the arrow. And what it means is that now, rather than Jack, obviously, just locking onto whatever's closest to him, so even if I'm looking backwards, he'll then smack what's in front from him. Manual would basically get rid of this arrow, I believe, except for certain things, and then now it's just a matter of me actually aiming at the object that I want. I don't recommend it. It's kind of a pain in the dick. Alright, so I believe that's all the graves around this area. Yeah. So that's all the graves around this circular area. So now we're going to actually run to this right side. Now you come to this right side, there's these statues. They emit poison gas. If you get hit by them, you take damage. So what you do is grab these bombs and toss them. Now, I can't remember if there's any tombstones here. Yeah, we're gonna immediately jump into this. But yeah, this grave with a deadly Nightshade, that is our next hidden place. Now be careful when they do that wide swing, because that is an actual hitbox that can be behind them. Yep, and here's them in Oogie mode, which... when they're in Oogie mode like this, they gain a new attack where they gain that little AoE around them. And their smash like that has a wave. Oh yeah, and if you get hit by that AoE or any of their blasts they send forward, it puts Jack in that dizzy state, opening him up for an attack. So, it's not the best, so don't let it happen. But yeah, the easiest way is just, when you get your hits off, just dodge out of the way. Or just, you know, just be ready to dodge. Now, of course, when you go for the hammer, you'll probably likely ruin your combo unless it's really close to them. And I would say, go ahead and get your practice in for dodging behind them. Mostly because you don't have to hit behind them. But there will be an enemy, an upgraded variant of them later that you'll have no choice but to hit them from behind. Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. So he can send a shockwave forward, which oh nice. I'm able to get both of them. Also, as you have probably seen or been hearing, I hope you like the song This Is Halloween, because this is our battle theme for most of the game. I say most of. We do get some different songs later on, but for a main majority of it is This Is Halloween. Which, you know, I actually quite enjoy. For about the first 5 chapters. Yeah, but a troll skeleton. Okay, so my bad. They're the troll skeletons. I think it's is it Mad Cyclops, which is the one we encounter later? I can't remember. Yeah, but I don't believe there's any, but that's what I mean. So there's a lot of hidden places where your reward is the figurines. Yeah. So there is a grave, but it's on the other side, so we're not gonna bother, because you have to be on the specific side that of the grave, of course, to be able to pull them up. Yeah, but... and so this is kind of the pacing of the game that we have seen so far. So a lot of what we've been doing is kind of how the game is structured. So you have every area.
Come on, are you ready?
You have every area that you go in to explore that has its own problem or gimmick. That gimmick will kind of require you to either just go through the level or explore it. Also, by the way, with these Cyclops, when you grab them, you can force them to turn their back to you. Now, do not do that too many times, because if you do that too many times, they go auto Oogie mode. That's what I mean. Certain enemies, if you do certain things to them, they can also go Oogie mode. Like a lot of these basic skeletons, here, they'll go Oogie mode when you taunt them. But there's some enemies later on that go like auto Oogie mode. As I said, with those boys, if you grab them, if you grab them too many times, they'll do it. And I believe with that as well, they'll get a full restore, or at least what it feels like. The additional HP they get, at the very least, makes it feel like it. Now, this is gonna definitely heavily screw my ranking, but I'm gonna run back into town real quick, because we now have over 3,000 soul coins. And I'm gonna go ahead and get that upgraded soul robber, because that is going to make my life immensely easier. And we can't do anything right now, but keep in mind this little lamp post. That's a fishy sign. We can't do anything right with it right now, but that lamp post will be able to whip it later in later chapters, and it'll reveal another hidden area for us.
You'll always be our hero, Jack. I guarantee this will take all that screaming to the next level.
Yep, but with that, we now gain access to Soul Robber level 3. Which is 7,000 souls, but level 3 is the highest they can go to. But I said, we don't gain any brand spanking new moves with it. But what it is now on our basic combo, we get that little twirl, and I shit you not, this makes the combat so much more easier to deal with. And as you can see, the range increase helps out so much with being able to keep a safe distance from enemies. Yep, because the other thing with that twirl is that it does hit multiple enemies and has a much easier time doing it. And it spins them around and keeps them in place. And sometimes when they get spun around, they get stunned for a bit. Yeah, but after you clear out all the tombstones in this area, you'll transition into the next one. And yep, another enemy encounter. Oh, it's already immediately so much better. And welcome to why this lock-on can screw you over at points, because it can target onto interactables that you can whip as well, but one of the biggest examples I would say, so let's say I'm in a scenario where I wouldn't actually want to grab the hammer. Also, by the way, this is what I mean. So like now with level 2, this becomes, we don't even have to mash all that much. I'd rather they have just made it that way, but whatever. There is a solution to make it easier. And like I said, if you're still having trouble, you can blue soul. You can use your blue soul. Yeah, so let's say, so see, that's kind of a scenario I'm talking about. So I wanted to grab the hammer, but I'm kind of at the mercy of the lock-on in terms of actually targeting this thing that I want, because you can't manually change this. You know, your option is changing the manual, but now you're having to really free aim the shit out of this. It's definitely, this game could have used just a proper lock-on. And essentially now that we're level 2, something easier we can do is what I did just there, where now when you charge up, whether it be like actually charging up like this or taunting, when you do that, you now can get enough hits in where you do 2 normal hits and then, well, 2 charged hits and then spin around. Now you get less time to spin with the enemy though, but that is something you can do. Yeah, I believe that's the only gravestone that's on this area. So with that, all we gotta now do is run by the I don't know what to call it, the little house looking thing, and then there should be one around here. Yep. Well, also, can I do it now? No. So, when you get to level 3, though, you actually, when you get Soul Rubber level 3, you get the ability to actually pick up those guys and slam them around, like you're doing with these normal enemies. Now, if you still do that too many times, then they'll get pissed off at you and go Oogie mode, but that is something you can do. Yeah, as I kind of brought up, so this was technically, for all intents and purposes, this is technically the very first, like, kind of action or Devil May Cry game I have ever picked up and played. Now, besides actually when I played Devil May Cry, I think it was around freshman or sophomore year of college, I want to say. No, I played Devil May Cry in freshman year, because I remember then I got my roommate to play it sophomore year. But besides that, this was pretty much the very first game I ever played where it's like I had a proper, where, you know, the name of the game was getting good combos, avoiding getting hit, and trying to be overall kind of stylish. Well, I say stylish, so this one, As you've seen, you get high combo numbers by just whipping the shit out of enemies. And really, a lot of time, this is going to be how you get your high combo meters for certain levels. Like I said, we're gonna climb back up here because that coin over there respawns for us, and we need some monies. Alright, now once you get all the tombstones, come back and talk to him. If it goes black like this means you got them all.
Thank you so much, Jack. Now that you're here, Halloween Town will be back to its old self. One of the hanged men just told me he heard a woman singing from under the ground.
What?
What's this? A paper plane from Sally.
And
down that way lies the underground burial chamber.
The burial chamber?
It's the largest grave in this area. It's infested with spiders and cobwebs. How romantic.
That's it! That's where Sally must be.
Alright. Well, we got our next goal for this. Yeah, but after that, that is the end of chapter.
Clear time. Combo. Damage. Exclamation marks count.
Nightmare rank.
Excellent.
Yeah, no, we still, despite getting caught, we still got our B. Yeah, but and really this is, you know, I'd say like this is like an action, this is an action game, but still it's got a lot more like exploring elements to it, like rather than your typical Devil May Cry's and whatnot. This here more so focuses on like kind of exploring the area, walking around, finding stuff, taking in kind of the atmosphere. Now, definitely at points it's more so because, oh yeah, chapter 5, the Crypt Keeper. It's definitely because it's a lot more, at times you can feel the, oh, there was supposed to be more or less here, and you can definitely feel the budget.
That burial chamber is swarming with enough spiders to make one's leaves stand on end. It's a terrific place to visit.
Yeah, your voice sounds like it's crapping out there, hanging tree. I'm very sorry. Oh, by the way, did that coin respawn? It did. I need more money. But like, this is a game where it's like you can perform the same move over and over again to get your combo rankings. It's not like the Devil May Cry's or the Bayonettas where they need you to do different moves to build up that meter. At least Bayonetta, I think they did. It might have at the very least been you couldn't get hit or you ruined your combo, but. And here it's just like, hey, just as long as you keep hitting them, and as long as you can do it, you can continue it right after getting hit yourself. It's free game. Also, on a side note, on talking about the Twitch side of things. I have included now on the moderation side of things, now whenever anyone's going to come into this chat, they have to agree to my rules and all that, because as I said at the end of last session, I was kind of getting tired of either people just coming in here for the explicit purpose of being like, I'm a graphics designer, here's my stuff, and then it ends up being just fucking nonsense or just nothing. So I don't know if that'll solve the problem, but we'll see. Alright, Jack hurried back to town. After you left, Lock, Shock, and Barrel brought Oogie back to life. All the skeletons and ghosts that are probably attacking you by now were made by Dr. Finkelstein and are being controlled by Oogie. These Oogie monsters were specifically made to attack you and will stop at nothing to track you down. It's like I'm a celebrity. As I said, I never want to explicitly, you know, just like, obviously I've kind of picked up on the mannerisms. Honestly, I did at the very start of all this. Of the people that are just here to sell me stuff, but I never want to automatically be rude and just assume someone's coming in here to
spoil our fun. This is the last time you'll get in our way.
to be a jackass, which, speaking of jackasses, so we have an actual proper boss fight now. Now, I've got to explain it in the moment, but this is locked, so so with these fights against the little trio men, the trio, or the shit kids, all of them have their own little specific attacks. Alright, so Locke, at times, he does that fucking Dragoon jump. And because of the camera, I actually can't really see him. Now, whenever he's too far away, he'll do his jump, which you can see. And you can hear him when he goes, let's go. Now, whenever he does that, you can pick him up and toss him. Your best way of dealing damage to them at this point is either picking them up and tossing them or throwing enemies at them. So yeah, you ever just want to beat the fuck out of these kids from the movies and all that? Now's your chance. And it feels glorious every time. Now he will also pull out his plunger like that and basically try to get you. But just dodge out of the way. Now when he gets about half health, he will summon the blue ones, which, as I said, they have extra range. So they can actually... Now this one isn't too bad. It's the ones later that are kind of a pain in the ass. Ah, damn it. I wasn't able to get the coin.
You win this time, Jack.
There won't be a next time.
Of course not, Jack. Whatever you say.
You know, Jack, murder is an... Oh. Damn it, Jack, why you gotta be... Wait. Look, all I'm saying is, I don't advocate hurting the children. But when they have enough sense that they know they're causing trouble and basically committing terror acts, all I'm saying is, in this fantasy game right now, fuck them. Because I don't think there's a single person that would cry over them. I'm being real. Now I'll stop before I end up on a watch list if I haven't already. Now for that section, just run through everything. I'll talk about those enemies later, but honestly, it's just like, it's not worth it. Just run through the corridor and avoid everything. Oh, well, that one's easy.
Sally.
Jack.
Spider! Oh.
What's this?
But I didn't know we'd be I actually knew, but who knew we'd be dealing with two parts of streaming where we're dealing with spiders. But here's our second proper boss for this spider. So what you do, get behind it, whip its anus. And now when all these little spiders pop out, charge up a soul robber and just start spinning the shit out of them. Now they don't get sucked in like the others though, so the moment you lose out and aren't killing anymore, then just throw whichever one you got and start whipping them. Now I can jump like that, but yeah, basically you're just getting behind it, whipping the anus, and then taking out all the spiders. Now I hope you like this boss fight because we're gonna be seeing it more and more as we go. Yeah, if you ever get them crowded up, you can also soul spin to help out with it, or I just prefer to just whip them around. They don't have a lock on. Oh shit. Yeah, the camera kind of blocked it, but yeah, if you step in its web, you get stuck for a bit. Alright. So like I said, these are immediately, because now they're including directions. No. Yeah, be careful because they have to be in the borders if you want them to count. And yeah, the moment you complete that, get out, start charging immediately because it counts as another defeat. I can definitely say though, even when I first ever played this game, it's like I just found it hilarious that the concept of this boss is literally just whipping its anus, so you can just you just then get your opening. So when he roars like that, he's jumping for you. But it can also mean he's gonna charge you. Alright.
3, 2, 1, let's
Oh, dear Sally, that's not true. Then face down, back me and you. I can appreciate how even the spider gets into it and he's like, yeah. Oh man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited, pretty much, for this boss. Though it's so easy with this, with these music notes. I sure hope they don't bring it back where all we can do is just whip them and then just spin around and hit these spiders, and make it take an extremely elongated amount of time. Okay, if you don't ever see it pop up, that means he's at the very bottom of the screen. Okay, I'm way too close to him.
And to think I used to like spiders.
Okay, but I do have to say, while Jack is still his fucking goody twos, like, kind of cringy self in this game, I've always appreciated this, the fact that, with this game, firstly, out of all the characters to decide, yeah, this is the one we want to kick a lot of ass and just wreck monsters and stuff, it's Jack Skellington. You know, we could have given this role to fucking, I don't know, Beauty and the Beast. We could have fucking given this to anything. Nah, bitch, Halloween. Nightmare Before Christmas. We're gonna give this to Jack Skellington. Alright, now with this, we'll finish this off.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Sound of true. Turn left to face. Hurried. I hurried. And then once it's small like that, just whip it, and that'll be the end. You know, I like how we literally have something that could allow us to just grab her up, but not. It's like we want the spider silk to disappear through magic.
Are you all right, Sally?
Oh, Jack, you came back.
I got your note.
You have to rescue Dr. Finkelstein. This key opens the gate to his manor.
Thanks, Sally. I'm glad you're safe.
We're all safe, now that our Pumpkin King has returned.
Pumpkin King? Sally, that's it!
What's it?
A new gameplay mechanic!
Pumpkin King, and I can use my pumpkin fire to fight Oogie and his army. Good thinking, Sally.
Thank you, Jack.
No,
I mean,
thank you, Sally.
I mean, you didn't maybe like consider use. Okay. For Eastgate of the Plaza to Dr. Finkelstein's lab. A holiday door that has to be returned to its holiday tree. That's chapter 5, the Crypt Keeper complete.
Combo! Damage! Exclamation marks count!
Bass! Boss!
Rank!
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, hell yeah! Now, I do have to say though, if you want if you want a Nightmare ranking of S, though, you need to get S on all of these, which, on normal mode, a lot of it's pretty feasible. Nightmare mode, good god, no. A lot of the requirements they ask out of you on these for Nightmare mode is fucking insane. Like, there's so many levels where, like, your combo ratings, you can get, like, upwards to, like, literally 100 or 200 combos, and they'll still tell you, it's just an A. Alright. But while we do that, I am going to take a small break, go get myself some more drink, and I heard my phone ringing for a bit, so we'll be right back. BRB. Alright, what happened to this? Why is this not... Okay, there we go. Let's say, why is the screen not screening? Alright. Funnily enough, I forgot my overlay. I have set to use the desktop audio, so that's actually probably helps out these end title screens. Makes for some nice ambiance music. Chapter 6, The Doctor's Hunch. Well, what you got from me, Zero? Ah, yes, the Pumpkin King. So this game doesn't have what I would call like devil triggers or like super states. What it instead has what I'd call like stances, basically, and we'll get a lot more into what I mean by that. But we can now turn into the Pumpkin King. So the way we do that is we hit R1 on our controller and we'll be able to turn into him. And in that, we can hold square to basically use a flamethrower. Or we can hit triangle basically to let an explosion around us. Now, these actions do cost red souls, though. So it's basically more so an ammunition for this stance. So like square, you slowly take away your red souls. When you use the triangle, though, that's guaranteed to take one red soul away. Yeah, so like I said, when we hit R1, L1, I'm sorry, R1's for the other stance we get later, then we can turn into the Pumpkin King. Now, in this mode, we can't use our Soul Rubber at all since the buttons are replaced, but we can still dodge like normal. We still have a taunt in this, but it's really not that worth it since you're not getting a charge attack out of it. And if you want to change back, you just hit L1 again.
Just before entering the Doctor's Manor, could you come back here? Something concerns me.
Just before entering the Doctor's Manor, okay?
Thanks for finding my men.
No problemo. So by the way, do keep in mind that Sally request, it's for something that really isn't that worth it in the grand scheme of things, but it is something that we shall do for the gameplays. Now, I didn't really make note of them, but with Pumpkin King, we can now take out these webs that prevented us from entering anywhere. So we now have access to some environmental stuff. Now, the thing with Pumpkin King is, like I said, if you don't have any red souls, literally you cannot do anything with them. And basically you can upgrade the Pumpkin King so you can be able to hold more red souls, but since we now have him, we're going to go back to the old graveyard. Now, there's no enemies here. I thought I heard some, but instead, these fucking spiders. So what I'm doing is I'm running past all of them to go ahead and get them to spawn. Because these little shits, if they grab you, they steal your money. So the easiest method to deal with them is just salt spin around them. Because they steal your money and then fucking try to bolt and dig away, so you lose out on it. They're quite rude. Yeah. But the main purpose with Pumpkin King is that flamethrower. Not only does it deal pretty decent continuous damage, essentially on certain boss fights later, but hidden place 6 inner crypt, it keeps enemies in place. Most of them. There are some that will counterattack after a while, but for most enemies, it keeps them in place. So that way you can keep flamethrowing them. Now, funnily enough, along with this game, so like I said, this game is, for all intents and purposes, I mean, it's a sequel in a very video gamey sense of, well, what's the plot? Well, the main antagonist came back, and that's about it. But, funnily enough, there's actually a game on the Game Boy Advance. I can't remember what it's called, but with how this game's a sequel to the story, that Game Boy Advance game, it's a 2D side-scroller. Like I said, the name's blanking on me, but that's actually a prequel to the main story of Halloween Town. Or, well, I guess technically it works, but The Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, but do this one, you get the blue skeleton figure. So I don't know what was up with Disney just wanting to give the okay, just being like, all right, Night Before Christmas, fuck it, give it a prequel and sequel. I guess they were just screeching at it. I didn't know they did that. The more you know. You play games for like years upon years and still find new shit. But no, especially, I'm actually kind of surprised, you know, with this game in particular, where like I said, it's not really like the style and stuff is not really graphic, of course. You know, this game's rated like E10, and you know, it's still very cartoony, like violence and such. But like, I do kind of find it surprising that out of all the properties, they're like, yeah, you can turn this shit into an action game. You know, it was this, and then the fact that with that they were just like, because it's made by Buena Vista Games, that I have no clue if they're still around in any way, shape, or form in Capcom, but you know, it's funny that's like they get the okay when this game's main style of attacking is you're literally whipping the shit out of people and just slamming them into the ground. Alright, I have 2,000 soul coins. Now, yeah, so let's enter back into this manhole real quick, because after the clown encounter, this becomes a hidden place that you can do for a little collectible. it's a lot of just basic. Oh yeah, but you can pick up red souls occasionally. It's just one red soul. Because here, I guess I'll finally just show it off. So, like I said, so if you hold the flamethrower, your counter just goes down by 0.1. If you use a full burst, it goes down by a full point. Yeah, so when you already cleared out a hidden area, that's what can appear, or that already appears in some of them, is you get a coin that gets you a random amount. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and be real. This is one of those games where, unless somehow you end up finding a way to perfect and get like an S on like every single level on your first try, you're not getting everything on your first run through. It's like you're gonna have to do your separate run throughs to be able to purchase everything, to be able to basically, yeah, just purchase everything. So we're gonna go ahead and do this, but increases the Pumpkin King's abilities. What they mean is you're able to hold on to more red souls, and your flamethrower is a lot more cost effective.
I guarantee this will.
And like the Soul Robber, level 3 is its last level.
You're always welcome back, Jack.
Thanks, Shaw. Just hobble on over.
If you find 4 crystal skulls, bring them over to the shop and we will exchange them for some goodies.
I like goodies.
Witch's shop, the best bargain in town.
Yeah, but you can now buy red souls from her. 10 for 1.
I'm sure. Sorry, that's all you can carry. You are always.
Yep, so now we've leveled that up. We can now carry up to 7 red soul points. The final upgrade lets you carry up to 10, I believe it is. Yep. So let me run over here and check this now. Nope, not yet. Eventually, we will be able to whip that sign and gain access to that. But yeah, just showing the map real quick. So, the very bottom part of the map is the main gate that we came back from. So, basically, go for that main gate. Don't go to the path immediately on its left, but instead, just the one that's on the outer wall, so to put it. Now, weirdly enough, this is one of the points in the game where, in order to actually continue on, you need to use your key item from your menu. It does this a couple times. Now you can get into the lab. Sometimes it just auto-uses stuff or just asks you the opinion, and then sometimes you gotta use it like that. But Doctor's lab, the acid works. Sure hope the doctor's okay. I have to get to the doctor's laboratory. And unfortunately, there's a big old electric fencing thing over here.
When Oogie's monster
So I'm mostly just checking with him in case he has new dialogue. Oh boy. So here's our first time dealing with these little shits. These enemies are known as trick and treat. Or trick or treat. So Trick is the one that, the black one here that basically his whole thing is he gets up close to you and I'm trying to dodge out of the way because these little gargoyle things, they shoot at you. Now, when you take out Trick, then Treat goes Oogie mode. If you take out Treat, Trick goes Oogie mode. Did I say that? When you take out one, the other one goes Oogie mode. Which Trick's whole thing is he sets up bear traps around that if you do step into them, they will lock you in place and deal damage. Treat's whole thing is that he basically bombards you with a bunch of explosive candy. So, fuck razor blades. These ones just have bombs in their candy. Now you can slowly burn away at this board, but you can also hit triangle, just immediately burst it away. So when Trick is in his Oogie mode, what he does is his traps now become a thing where if you're even close to them, they'll grab onto you. Treats is the most annoying because he just starts fucking throwing his explosive candy everywhere. Alright. Now the secret with this one, this pipe may make you think you gotta walk against it. No, just fucking hoof it. Yeah. If you slow down on it, you'll slip off anyway, so... There's nothing critical on it, it's just more money. Hey, y'all ready for some fucking bullshit?
Dr. Finkelstein?
Sorry, Igor under strict orders, not let anyone pass.
But I'm here to rescue the doctor from Oogie.
Igor's sorry, but Master says if Igor let anyone through, no biscuit.
Oh my god.
Igor's starving. The witch shop. You get Igor biscuit, huh?
Okay, Igor. If I bring you a
Oh
biscuit,
my god.
you'll let me pass?
Yes, Igor do for Jack. Hurry.
We're about to risk the safety of so many people because we're trying to just because this man hasn't had his fucking munchies. See, now this is an example of, like, honestly... yeah, Igor. You know, most games, I would look at this and just go, this is fucking bullshit. Why is the main protagonist, like, just doing this? This is a case where I literally then remember the main protagonist here is fucking Jack Skellington. Like, of course this dipshit would just put up with all this nonsense. Because these are his people, quite literally. That he has to take care of and look after. Yeah, but let's head towards the witch's shop, and of course things can never be that easy. Where'd those come from?
Hey, Jack! I don't think you'll find me as forgiving as Locke.
Also, I do fucking love Jack's fucking sassy ass poses at points. Oh boy, so welcome to the Ghost.
Jack!
By far the worst enemies in the game. Alright. The biggest advice I can give, spin the shit out of them. We got very lucky in the fact that we got a blue soul. Now, while that blue soul is about to run out, I'm just gonna pop another. Because this is the easiest way of dealing with this fight. And also, it's the best way of getting up your combo. Now, if you ever see the soul rubber begin to glow yellow, that means you're running out of blue soul. Ugh. Hate that noise. Now, the problem with these ghosts is there's a much better way to take care of them later on. But what happens is when you just let them... Yeah, that's the easy way to take care of the encounter. But you see how that normal one's just kind of hovering around me and not really doing anything? That's what they do. Now the issue is, they'll keep their distance, but they'll also fucking clip through the geometry, which then you can't... You would still grab them and such, but you can't really see them. And so just for that fight, just charge... As you saw, charge up, grab one, and then use a blue soul. Luckily, I got a free one, but typically, yeah, I use like 3 during that fight. Because also, like I said, that when you spin on them, though, they will easily get exclamation marks, and that's how you get a massive combo build.
I'd like to buy a bone biscuit.
A bone biscuit? I'm sorry, but Corpse Kid just came in here a moment ago and bought the last one.
Son of a bitch.
What?
Witch's Shop, the best bargain in town.
Can we not, like, just make another batch?
I'm sure this will help you. I'm sure this will help. I'm sure this will help you. You are all
Coal robber.
Ugh. Well, I guess we'll go talk to the Corpse Kid now. Since everything seems to want to get into the way of my progress. Did you make any comment on this? Oh, the 50 skeleton laters. First, let me get some water.
What? You want my bone biscuit?
Yes.
No way. This is mine.
My fine boy, I need that biscuit to save the doctor from Oogie Boogie's clutches.
Let's see how he responds.
But this biscuit's mine.
Drown him.
Still, I guess you need it more than I do. I know. If you can pass my quiz, the biscuit is yours. It's about Halloween Town, so it should be easy for you, Pumpkin King.
Oh, I'm sure it shall be.
Question 1.
What shape is Jack's doorbell? That's a spider.
That's right. Question 2.
So, so this kid has 2 versions of these quizzes. One of these, this very first one, it's very easy. It's stuff that you can actually kind of know about the game. His later quiz, you have to not only get a perfect score on, but it kind of requires you, it's both trivia about this game and its characters, but also trivia on the movie itself. So, but how many bolts does Dr. Finkenstein have on his head? 8.
That's right. Question 3.
How many fingers does Jack have? 4.
That's right. Question 4.
The water in the Halloween town fountain is what color? Goron.
That's right. Question 5.
What day is Halloween? July 4th. No, October 31st.
Question 6.
What is Jack's last name? Oh, Lantern Benimble Skellington.
That's right. Question 7.
What is the name of the town in which Jack lives? Spookyville. Horde Hallow. That's actually kind of a badass name. Honestly, I could steal that for a D&D campaign.
That's right.
But Halloween Town.
Question 8.
Color Sally's hair. Rod.
That's right. Question 9.
What is the most basic element of Halloween? Chocolate eggs? Goodwill towards all? Hell no, it's thrills and chills.
Question 10.
How many hanging men are on the hanging tree? 5.
That's right. Let's see what you know. Unreal. A perfect score.
Unfortunately, that doesn't mean shit here.
Way to go, Jack. A deal's a deal. Here's my biscuit.
Yeah, he doesn't start offering his new quiz now, but it'll be when the next chapter starts up. By the way, how many soul coins do I have, actually? 700? Okay. Yep, so now we got our bone biscuit. We can now run towards the doctor's laboratory. Now that we've put up with this fucking bullshit. But I said it's a case where it's like, you know, I literally can't even blame the protagonist for doing that. But yep, just talk with Igor. Like, Jack Benimble would fucking do this shit. And put up with this nonsense.
Clear time. Combo. Damage. Exclamation marks count.
Ah, damn. Well, if I wasn't too busy explaining stuff, I probably could have gotten S, but instead we got Kiss.
Soul bonus.
Alright. However, now while the next objective is pointing us towards that tower, I'd say let's take a slight different course. Chapter 7, the lightning round. Also, fun fact about that laugh, so, back when I first played this game, I was extremely fucking,
Biscuit tastes good.
I was a massive fucking scaredy cat.
You promised to move aside.
Igor keeps his promise.
I'll say I fed you, so.
What was that? Where is that thing getting its power from?
Doctor have big generator behind the door over there. Jack smash circuit with something to make lightning stop.
I bet that won't stop it for long. I'd better get back quick, or I'm fried.
Well, I guess we'll have to do that. Later. Because, as Sally said, to talk back with her, to go back and talk with her when we're right about to enter the tower, and we have some other things we can do now. But Dr. Finkelstein, as Halloween Town's resident mad scientist, the doc has been known to pop his top, literally. He has a flip-top head. If you need a head shrunk or a brain drained, then the doctor and his assistant Igor will make you an appointment. Ew. That's fucking grody. Yeah, but I was an extreme scaredy cat as a kid, so like, that Oogie laugh there at the very start of those missions genuinely kind of freaked me out and creeped me out as a child. To the point where it's like I would just go to sleep and it's like I hear him in my dreams. Alright, but this does require us to run all the way back to the graveyard, and I'm gonna be quite real, the benefit you get out of this is not really that good. I'm doing this for completionist's sake, but realistically, if you are playing this game, you do not need to worry about doing this little side quest. But here, let me go get my let me go get these little coins off to the side first, because this is definitely gonna cause my my time rank to go to shit.
Coal robber. Coal robber.
Yeah. So, I was actually thinking pretty much. So I originally had the idea that after this game or Wukong, I wanted to play potentially Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, but now that I've seen the fact that the Castlevania series is getting, even the DS games are getting a release on console. Yep. Deadly Nightshade, a secret chapter. So there's 1 of 2 secret chapters in the game. But I was thinking, after this game, I think we're gonna do a playthrough of Symphony in the Night.
Come back to me.
Keep up with the spoopies and all that.
Well, what you said earlier kind of had me concerned.
It's about the doctor. If he tries to harm you, Jack, use the sleeping soup to knock him out. All the ingredients should be around here. If you bring them to me, I'll make the soup.
And by around here, she means the 3 separate areas.
And put it in your sack for you to check later.
Thank you, Sally. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Yep, so we have a little fetch quest to do here. To make the soup, you'll need deadly nightshade, frog's breath, and worm's wort. Deadly nightshade grows next to the grave marked deadly nightshade. There are a lot of similar looking herbs, so be careful. For frog's breath, first you need a frog. The doctor breeds them at the junkyard, so try there. As for the worm's wort, you can buy it at the shop. Yeah, so the purpose of these secret missions is they give a lot of souls. They give 2,000 extra soul coins. Though in this one's case, you're only getting 1,000 because you do need 1,000 soul coins to actually buy the worm's wort. Because they don't want to give you that shit for free, apparently. Because, you know, despite the fact I'm being this town's literal saver, we can't even give a little bit of a discount. Like, look, I get business be business, but, all y'all's asses are on the line. And no offense, y'all kind of own me for, y'all kind of owe me for, basically turning this fucking booby trap into shit out of this town. But yeah, so for the Deadly Nightshade one, even if you've already done this secret area, well, here, we'll even now show this. So that's what I mean. So, regardless of how big they are, now some enemies will counterattack after a while, so you gotta be ready, but honestly, there's only really like 2 instances where they do it. Everyone else, you'll just hold them in place while you flamethrower. And it does work like Jack's Soul Robber, where if you do get 2 enemies caught in it, every enemy that's caught up in these flames is taking damage. And that is how we get our deadly nightshades. A versatile plant that heals the sick or poisons quick. Yep, and now for this though, if this is your first time doing this secret, you can't get both the deadly nightshade and the figure this place contains. You do have to go into it 2 separate times to get the reward. All right. And so for the next ingredient, we'll hit up the witch's shop. But also there's a certain little small corpse kid I have to talk to as well. So he has a little reward for me, a little quiz for me to take. Also, it's a small thing, but every time you clear out these areas, you do get like a rendition of the boss theme, and I love it. I think it's like an absolute wonderful touch. It's like such a small things, but I love when games actually do like, and I'm not talking just like day or night cycles. I'm like actually talking about like the world changing around you to reflect what you're doing is helping. Hello, small one.
I've been really good this year. I hope I get a present from Santa Claus this year. By the way, Jack, are you ready for my quiz?
Unfortunately. Alright, so this one's ramped up by a lot.
Question 1.
So we will either be here for like 2 minutes or 20. Alright, it was Dr. Finkelstein's trusted lab assistant, Helga. It is
right.
Igor.
Question 2.
In the hinterlands, what shape is the handle on the Christmas door? Yeah, no, so this is the type of shit I'm talking about. They want like straight up movie trivia and like real specific stuff, but it is an ornament.
That's right. Question 3.
What did Sally sew for Jack last Christmas? His Santa suit.
That's right. Question 4.
What did Zero find Jack after he crashed the sleigh last Christmas? His car keys. That was his jawbone.
That's right. Question 5.
Barrel's lollipop is what 2 colors? Black and orange.
That's right. Question 6.
What's Barrel's favorite holiday costume? Barrel is the skeleton
That's
one.
right. Question 7.
What does Oogie's lair look like? A casino.
That's right. Question 8.
How did Jack defeat Oogie last year and help Santa save Christmas? He melted him. He unraveled his threads.
That's right. Question 9.
What's the name of the town in which Jack lives? Halloween
That's
Town.
right. Question 10.
Went to the bottom of the lake in search of Jack. Oh, fuck me. Oh, come on. Don't let this be literally the one thing that gets me. I don't actually remember, no. It's not the Vampire Brothers. They went into the clock tower. The witch? Fuck.
Let's see what... Night.
It has to be a perfect score, and now... God damn it. Alright, so unfortunately, this means we're probably not going to be here for 20 minutes, because he has a lot of these questions.
Question 1.
Who's Jack's sweetheart? That is Sally.
That's right. Question 2.
Oogie's skeletons come in all of these colors except red, blue. I was about to say, I don't actually know. Wait, no, it was pink. I couldn't tell if he was talking about these skeletons or like what like skeletons in his casino in the movie. Of Lock, Shock, and Barrel, which one is the girl? That is Shock.
Question 4.
What does Jack's paper snowflake end up looking like? A spider web.
That's right. Question 5.
What is not found in Jack's home study? Guillotine, an electric chair, phonograph, a guillotine.
That's right. Question 6.
That one you can actually find if you go to Jack's actual room. And my reindeer pulled Jack's sleigh last Christmas. 5? Nah, it might have been 4. What is Jack's royal nickname? The Duke of Darkness, the Sultan of Shrieks. It is the Pumpkin King.
Question 8.
What kind of critter is the mayor's tie? I believe it's a...
Question
Might have been that
9.
or a cat. What is the name of the green gadget Jack got from the doctor? Phil.
Boo. Question 10.
What is Jack's tie made from? I believe it's supposed to be a bat.
That's right. Let's see what... 6.
Now, if you get certain ranks in this quiz, you do get a little bit of extra money. But yeah, it's like...
I've been
You want to get a perfect on this because it'll get you a golden pumpkin. How many members are in the town band? Oh, fuck. 4?
That's right.
Alright, thank God.
Question 2.
What color is the cat in Halloween Town? Black.
That's right. Question 3.
What form of public transportation does Jack ride in Christmas Town? I believe a train?
That's right.
Yep.
Question 4.
What do the Vampire Brothers use to shield themselves from the sun? Hockey mask. Umbrellas.
That's right. Question 5.
The sun over Halloween Town is actually a what? Jack-o'-lantern?
That's right. Question 6.
How many wheels are there on Dr. Finkelstein's wheelchair? Oh shit. 4?
Question 7.
What was it that you battled in Town Hall? It was a shadow.
That's right. Question 8.
What's stuck in the behemoth's head? It is an axe.
That's right. Question 9.
Part of his body can take the... What part of his body can the clown tear away? his face.
That's right. Question 10.
The Halloween Town Street Band play all but which instrument? A sax? An accordion?
Let's see. 8.
Child, I will drown you in this fucking pool!
I've been really... Question 1.
Where did Jack crash land? It was a cemetery.
That's right. Question 2.
Last year, where did the vampires look for Jack? It was the clock tower? What?
Question 3.
Oh my god. What are the headlights of the mayor's car shaped like?
That's
Pumpkins.
Right. Question 4.
What logo appears on the St. Patrick's store? A shamrock.
Right.
Yeah, by the way, this is like
Question
5 rounds of this, and it's all been like different questions. Like, it is insane how much they have for this fucking kid. But what does Jack hang his Christmas lights at home? A cadaver, a dead tree, an electric chair? A cadaver?
Question 6.
What are the first words that Lock, Shock, and Barrel ever said to Santa?
That's
Trick or
right.
treat?
Question 7.
What's Sally used to distract Oogie when she tries to free Santa? Her severed leg.
That's right. Question 8.
When the doctor made his new ideal woman, what did he give her a part of? His brain.
That's right. Question 9.
Oogie's tongue is a what? A snake.
That's right. Question 10.
Some of Oogie's skeletons can throw bone boomerangs.
That's right. Let's see. 8 correct. I've been...
Yes, yes.
Question 1.
What kind of vehicle does Mayor drive? Oh, fuck. I think it's a hearse.
That's right. Question 2.
What was last year's Christmas gift for Halloween from Santa? A white Christmas?
That's right. Question 3.
What's Igor's favorite snack? Kidney pies. Jesus. Bone biscuits.
That's right. Question 4.
What is the mayor's nickname for Lock, Shock, and Barrel? I don't actually know. The bad seeds? Oh my god. What did the Vampire Brothers use for a hockey puck last Christmas? A skull?
Question 6.
I miss Rides Live in Town 3.
Question 7.
What animal's not featured in the Christmas Town merry-go-round? I don't fucking know. Oh, wait, no, it'd be a pony.
Right. Question 8.
What's Shock's favorite holiday costume? Shock is the witch.
That's right. Question 9.
What day is Halloween?
That's right. Question 10.
What creatures crawl up Oogie's dice? Spiders?
Let's see.
Oh, I guess maybe snakes.
I've been... Question
I will
1.
burn you, child! What was used for the base of Jack's Christmas sleigh last year? A casket?
That's right. Question 2.
I might hang a man around the tree. 5.
Question 3.
What symbol is not on Oogie's roulette wheel? Snakes.
That's right. Question 4.
What award did the Vampire Brothers win last year? Most blood drained.
That's right. Question 5.
How many fingers does Jack have? 4.
That's right. Question 6.
How many Vampire Brothers live in Halloween Town? 4.
That's right. Question 7.
Who am I who's giving you this tasty test? Quizzy McTrivia, Timmy Taxidermy. I like Timmy Taxidermy. The Corpse Kid.
Question 8.
What were painted on the toy duck decoys last Christmas? Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Leeches?
Question 9.
What have Lock, Shock, and Barrel stolen? The holiday doors.
That's question 10.
Who did Lock, Shock, and Barrel kidnap by mistake last Christmas? The Easter Bunny.
I've been... Question 1.
What did Jack tell town was Santa Claus's name last Christmas? Saint Trick, Kris Kringle, Santa Claus.
Question 2.
What song did Jack try to teach the town band last Christmas? Jingle Bells?
That's right. Question 3.
From which holiday is the rabbit that was kidnapped by mistake from? Easter.
That's right. Question 4.
Behemoth grows what kind of crop? Bloodroots, deadly nightshade. He grows pumpkins.
That's right. Question 5.
The color of Sally's hair?
That's
Red.
right. Question 6.
Who placed a note in Jack's home gate? The mayor.
That's right. Question 7.
What did Dr. Finkelstein make for Jack last Christmas? He made reindeer.
That's right. Question 8.
How many eyes does the mummy have? 1.
That's question 9.
What's on the top of the clown's head? A propeller beanie.
That's right. Question 10.
Son does Jack's home doorbell make? It makes a shriek.
That's right. Let's see what unreal.
A perfect score. All right, and for our rewards, we get a golden pumpkin and a crap ton of coin. So, yep, and we can now whip this sign as well to get our secret. I guess inadvertently that kind of works out because I'm able to show off so many of the questions, but yeah, no, it's insane. He has so many of them. Oh yeah, so these boxes here, so they contain enemies. We can't do anything about that yet. All we can do is get up close to them and let them hit us. You can... Alright, now you saw some of them go underground like that. When they're going underground like that, that means they're about to uppercut you from the ground. But if you do this, pretty much you can pull them out from the ground. But yeah, like you did with the with shocks, Ghost, just spin them. So we'll have an easier solution to deal with them at a later point, but for now, it's just charge up the Soul Robber and pray you can grab them. And yeah, this is kind of one example that some of these combat trials can just take a while. And of course, there's one in the All right. And with that, we collected the figure of a king ghost. So I think after these next two missions, we'll call it, since, like I said, I've been having a lot of long streaming sessions this week. And I do go back into the works tomorrow, so I'm not looking to kill myself with staying too long tonight. And this time I can guarantee I won't stay too long. I believe we talked to you about it.
Witch's shop, the best bargain in town.
Never mind, ignore me. It's the other one we gotta talk to.
I'm sure this will help. You are...
Wormswort? Why, of course we have that. We also have mice teeth, duck feet, and dried dog ears, all collected this morning.
Your voice is freaking out.
Interested in them.
You'll always be our hero, Jack.
Yep, so I said you need to spend 1,000 for the Wormswort.
I guarantee This will take all that screaming to the next level. You're always...
Which I'm like, I'd prefer if you could just, you know, maybe give me a discount. I do be trying to save the town here. But they also be playing a video game, so why would they want to make anything easy for us? Yeah, but now, the most annoying part of this, getting the frog's breath. And it's the most annoying because we have to use a little bit of some sneaking up and stealth. And honestly, it's this particular part where, if I ever go back to this game, it's why I really don't even bother doing this secret chapter. But anyway, so there's two paths here. So this one you're going down for the sake of the story stuff. So you're gonna want to go on this left one here, which we ended up blowing up both anyway, so it works. Yeah, as I'll say, I believed it was a... All right. Yeah, slam the fuck out of this one into the ground. Yeah, and what you saw right there, that's the annoying thing about that fucking candy bomb is it didn't hit me that time, but his range with it is insane. And when he's in Oogie mode like this, he throws out so many that it's just like, it's... And with them, even if there's only one of them, I recommend just heavy attacking them because of the fact that it'll keep them in place. Because when you whip at them normally, it sends them further away. So apologies for the audio in a bit. It's probably about to spike up because of these frogs. Oh yeah, I forgot. So firstly, we have to bring over this little contraption here. Alright, so when you get up close enough, turn into fire mode and firebomb all around you. Alright. So... what you saw there, so all these frogs look the same, but you're looking for the one that is burping. Also, you saw how I accidentally flicked the stick there? Don't do that near them. Now, the problem is you have to walk very slowly. Now, the issue is the only way to walk like this is you have to slowly push the stick towards them. Now, regardless of whatever game controller, this is a pain in the ass because, yeah, one slip up like that and you freak them all out. Which then you now have to wait for them to either chill the fuck out or just start walking around again. If you stick around in the area, then they'll then hobble away and go into a hole, and then you have to wait for them to come back out. So sorry, I'm gonna get super silent real quick to make sure I don't accidentally... Now what it is you're looking for the frog that, as the cutscene showed, burped, like that one.
Toll robber! Toll robber! Toll robber! Toll robber!
I forgot. I thought when you grabbed it, it instantly brought towards you. No, I forgot you actually do have to double-click the grab button to bring them towards you. Yeah, no, this sucks. This is why I just don't do this shit, because it's awful. Like, the problem is they could have used the D-pad, but of course they used it for the taunt button. Which, really, they could have used the right stick for it, since the right stick does nothing in this game. Yeah, but you're basically walking towards them, because, like I said, if you accidentally run, even if it's for a second, you freak all of them out. But, like, you have to slowly push towards it, and it's like, this shit sucked on the original PS2. Original PS2, like, sticks. Oh my god. So if you are fast enough, you can grab them. Also, yeah, as you're seeing, when you freak them out, they for some reason take your exclamation mark counts away, which is extra fucking stupid. So, you'll go frog hunting very often? I'd say it's my favorite time of the day, but honestly not. It's like, it's kind of a pain in the ass. Honestly, can I be real? I really don't like frogs. I think frogs are kind of ugly creatures. It's like I'm one of those where I hate the fact that the coolest looking frogs are technically the most poisonous. Alright, he's sneaking. He's going on the inside of the pen. By the way, don't try to grab them up from outside the gate if you try to do that. Oh yeah, and sometimes they just freak out because for no fucking reason. But again, you're at the fucking mercy of the lock-on with this. There. Alright. And now we got our frog's breath. He looks so concerned. Breath captured from a frog. Useful for certain stews. Ugh. But I mean, on the original PS2, that shit was murder on the thumbs, because, like, the original PS2's, like, thumb pads, their control sticks, however you want to call them, shit was, like, so, like, they were so, tightly packed and contained that it's, like, trying to slowly push up on them was a nightmare. Luckily, with modern technology, I have my workarounds, though. Yep, but after you got all three ingredients, you can now head back towards the Sally's. Which, I'll explain how this, the use of the item she's gonna give us here. I'll explain it when we get to the actual moment where it's going to get used. But for right now, it'll just take up slot in our inventory. We can't do anything with it yet until we get to the... until we actually get to, the critical moment. Yeah, I said I'm gonna whip back up to that coin after I talk with her, so I can get a little extra money to make up for this.
You need?
I effectively did this bitch's grocery shopping. What the fuck?
Finished. Once the doctor takes a sip of this soup, he'll be out like a light.
Thanks, Sally. I'll try to save the doctor without hurting a hair on his head. If he had any.
I mean, the man has a little exposed brain, so I still think it's fair. You know, she just gave us drugs. Sleeping soup that Sally makes for Dr. Finkelstein. Sally just gave us the equivalent of the doctor's fucking NyQuil. Alright. With 4,000, actually, I do believe that's enough for us to get our next, well, we could upgrade Pumpkin King, but I think I'm gonna just wait until I get the Soul Robber level 3. Just because then, having that full combo is gonna make our lives a lot easier. And plus, the endurance helps out a lot with later enemies. But yeah, with that now, we've taken care of this. I don't think there's any other optional stuff we can do at this point. So I think it's not just actually heading back and doing the level now. Alright, so let us now head back to what we were originally doing, as Igor's probably now wondering, like, where the fuck we've been. Put in all that effort to get it back is to get him a biscuit, and then it's just like we just immediately fuck off. But out of curiosity, what does he say about this?
Smash generator and hurry to doctor's lab before lightning come back.
Mm-hmm. Understood. Yep, so now we're gonna go in this right side for this. The power plant. Maybe I can use this rock. If I grab this rock and take it through the maze, I can smash this junk and shut down that machine. There's some gargoyles here that will shoot at you, but yep. So that said, now there's two paths you can take through here. We're gonna take through this left one since it's gonna lead us to that coin for a little extra money. We should be able to make it. Yep. Okay, and then yeah. So now when you're ready to go through this right side, the side on the very left, you can't go through it since there's a large electrical field. So just go ahead and go through this right side. Which they call this shit a maze, but really it's not all that. Yeah. And it's still put me on the side I wanted, idiots. Yep, now, toss it! Alright, now off to the doctor's lab. On a timelet, so just hug this left wall. You need to hit X on this machine to make it go up. Now, on your way up the stairs, you're gonna encounter some enemies. You can fight them if you want, but it's kind of a time sink. So I just say... Now they do have a bunch of these little fucking traps posted, so I just explode them away. Oh, you little shits. And then boom, just if you hit X on it, you just enter through it. Because if you're outside in any way, shape, or form when that timer runs out, you'll have to do that shit over again.
I was wondering when you'd get here.
Think you can reach me?
Try it. It's fun.
What?
I'm having a ball.
How bad could it be? Oh.
I don't want to crush your spirit, Jack. Just your body.
Did that really deserve the done noise? Yeah, Pumpkin King you'll only need for like the last bit of the section. Yeah, but if you're fast enough on this, you can go ahead and get up on the second platform. Now with these, there's really no rushing it. Just kind of wait for one to go by, and then when you enter it, just wait in the alcove. Because like when you get high enough, you'll then learn what it is that they're dropping nearly like two, one after the other. And so, I don't know if it's here. Also, by the way, these aren't okay, yeah, it is. Yeah, now these aren't instant kill. What it is, if you touch one, regardless of the spot it's in, you just, they knock you back. Don't bother interacting with that door. We can't do anything with that yet. So, just, but we'll come back for it later. There'll be a later point we have to visit this tower anyway, so that's why it's locked right now. Yeah, switch to Pumpkin Jack there, and then just run by, and it is done.
I'm sorry, Jack. I was only playing a trick.
I was only just trying to crush your your entire body.
Stop helping Oogie. I mean it.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, Jack, it's a long drop. Like, it'd be so easy. It'd be so easy. Maybe I'm an even bigger monster than the rest than a lot of these than a lot of the actual monsters here. But anyway, this is Igor's room, so run all the way to the right here, and you can pick up another crystal skull. Also, Igor's room here is really unless you go back and do a previous, a secret level, like the ghost one, this is probably one of your only opportunities to actually get, combos in this level. Because multiple of them spawn in this room, so... Yeah. Bap. Bap. Yeah, now if you do whip them, you can... A trick I actually do a lot for a lot of enemies that go away from me is that I whip them... Oh yeah. I forgot. Retreat. If he's in Oogie mode, when he dies, he drops a lot of bombs around him. I do gotta say, it is immensely satisfying though with these types of enemies where it's like you just see them actually get squashed into the ground. It's like some Looney Tunes shit. No. Yep. Alright, Doomsday Device Diagrams, Murder's Mecha Manual. Maybe I should have Igor build me something too. What do you know? Igor actually did invent a better mousetrap. Or what this does. Yeah. I do love the fact that now, obviously, that the level designs and all that, it's very much built by the fact that this is a fucking video game, but I do love the fact that it's like there is that slight feeling of like it's actually kind of cool that you are running throughout the town and all that. Like you're actually kind of getting a chance to really get an idea how the layout of Halloween Town is or how everything is, even if it is definitely just built with level design.
Clear time.
Yep, that's to be expected.
Combo. Damage. Exclamation marks count.
Dabs.
Nightmare rank.
Excellent.
Unfortunately, this model does not have the capability to dab.
Soul bonus.
But like I'm doing, I can guarantee you I'm doing it in real life. Yeah, and I think after this level, we're gonna call it, just because, like I said, I've had enough. We're playing on since we're playing on Tuesdays now. It's like now tomorrow's my rest day in between this, and I'm gonna get back into work. So I'm really not trying to kill myself with these for this session. And like I said, our last three streams this week has gone around like 5 to 6 hours, so off to the next chapter. Changing brains. So what it is that we are about to have a boss fight, obviously, you know, with the doctor. Now, if you have Sally's soup item in your inventory, at the start of this fight, it gets auto-used. It gets auto-used, and he gets put in a stun state.
Why are you doing this?
Ah, Jack, I see you managed to...
Yo, he looks like he's about to have a fucking sick anime fight.
You've been busy, Jack. I think it's time for you to rest.
Like, it's just like some shit like one of us about to throw the other off the edge.
Shall we begin? I think you'll like this device.
Yo, those lips.
Especially for you.
I do like the concept of this fight though, where you're literally in his territory.
The doctor's real brain back to save him. Let's see. If I open his head from behind, then get in front of him and throw his real brain in. Yes, that should work. Wait a minute. I have the sleeping soup that Sally made.
Yep. Yeah, so if we didn't have that soup, the fight would just begin after the, Jack would go... After Jack would say, it's like, I have to throw his brain in. Or since he's sleeping, immediately run behind him. And now grab the real brain. And boom, instantly have his health off. Yeah. But yeah, to get music notes in this fight. Okay, I'm trying to soul spin, but Fortunately, guns were preventing me from doing so. Yeah, but again, music notes in this fight, you either need to grab the doctor from behind to yank at his head, basically. But he basically has 3 phases he does. So for this lightning phase, all you gotta do is run around the room. In between phases, run up to him, grab his brain. Yeah, for that gun phase, just soul spin around them when they're shooting at you, and you can get some free shots. Alright. Bam, 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 bam. Foe, but a friend, that is true. Yep, and then when you do a music note, run in there and toss the brain in, and that is fight done. So like I said, if basically you didn't bother doing the soup side quest, you basically just have to do 2 rounds of that, which, like I said, is not that bad. The phase we didn't get to see much of, the one with the rotating blades. Just avoid them, and then as one passes in front of you, just light attack.
I imagined my brain would be replaced and the town deceived.
Doctor, the St. Patrick's Day door.
Indeed, that is a holiday door. Jack, what's today's date?
Why, today is December 24th. Oh no, it's almost Christmas.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
I wonder what's happening with the Christmas store. Let's hope we can find it soon.
I need to go back to the pumpkin patch, but it won't be easy because Oogie's monsters have possessed the pumpkins at the entrance, blocking anyone from entering.
I know! We'll scare those monsters out of the pumpkins. Give me just a moment.
Is the doctor himself again?
Yes. Thanks to your drugs.
He's making a device to help us defeat Oogie's army.
Jack, do you think this might be helpful too?
What's this?
It's a power-up.
It's Sandy's costume.
Oh, that outfit really suits you. I completed the scare device. If I told you what's in it, though, that would ruin the surprise. Hide this in your Sandy bag and use it to stun Oogie's monsters.
Alright, well, you know what? I'll go 1 more level just so we can at least be able to show off this suit. As I said, I do be a liar when it comes to saying when we're gonna end parts. Yeah.
Clear time. Combo.
Yeah, now the biggest advice I can say with that, though, is do not try and throw the brain directly in front of him. That's a mistake a lot of people tend to make, myself included, when I sometimes go back play this. You need to basically be more of an angle, like, basically to his right when you're throwing in the brain. Because then otherwise, if you try to throw it straight ahead, it just plops back out, and it's, doesn't do you much. Doesn't do you much good. What time are we at? Yeah, I can do 1 more level. It won't even take that long, really. Chapter 9, Pumpkin Patch Possession. So, I actually forgot to show off a cutscene, but what Jack was basically talking about there is the entrance to the pumpkin patch. The entrance to the pumpkin patch was the entrance that's to the left of the main gate. If you go over there and try to interact with it, you'll get a small cutscene of some ghosts popping out of pumpkins. And basically, they prevent you from being able to enter. You can actually kill them, but all it is just for a little bit of extra souls, and then the game just keeps you on that screen. It doesn't let you go any further. But now we have Santa Jack. Repossession, so press square to toss your little present things, and then L2 to spring them. You can hold down for farther distance. So now we got all 3 of our stances. So Santa Jack is kind of an interesting thing. So, as said, what his whole thing is, he tosses out little traps. You can hit L2 to spring them manually. I didn't know you could actually do that. I didn't know you could spook the shit out of them. But they will either detonate automatically, or the effect they don't tell you about that makes them really useful is enemies will actually be attracted to them, and then they'll go over and hit the boxes and spring them themselves. Now, this first one here, Repossession, this is kind of like one of the most worthless ones, though. You get 3 different boxes in this game, and this one's only good thing is when you upgrade it, you have to upgrade it to make it really good, but it gets a lot of range. But Repossession's use is if an enemy is in Oogie mode, then Repossession puts them out of Oogie mode. By the way, to get to the very bottom, just swing over here, go into Igor's room if you haven't already, but just drop on down. Now go to the left immediately here, and you get a little candy barrel. So what that is just you grab them and just keep smashing it, and you get a lot of coins out of it. And this is fully dependent on what level your soul robber is, I believe. Either that or it is HP, but anyway, you get a crap ton of coins out of it. Yeah, but the main issue with Santa Jack really is that there's no combo potential with him. Firstly, his traps, they don't add to your combo meter. He's exclusively for getting exclamation mark counts.
Thanks for rescuing the doctor, Jack. He's difficult sometimes, but he was the one who gave me life.
Also, by the way, you can explore to the left side here. There is a manhole cover here, but we're not doing anything with that just yet. And I don't believe there's anything on this right side, but let me check. Yeah, there's nothing here. Really, what Santa Jack is useful for is when you've already gotten your high rankings and you don't give a shit, or helping out with some of those ghost enemies, because then what you do is toss out some of the, so you do stuff like, you toss out the thing, they get attracted to it, and while you're doing that, you charge up. Because you can hit L2 to spring them, you don't have to be in Santa Jack to spring the traps. But I don't know, it's like Pumpkin King at least has its use from the fact that you're a fucking bomb. Santa Jack has... His biggest useful thing is that one of his presents, which by the way, his different presents you can buy at the witch's shop here. One of them freezes enemies, and it's like for certain bosses, it's like damn near essential.
You'll always be our hero, Jack.
Yeah, Scared Stiff and Cold Front.
I guarantee this will take all that screaming to the next level. I guarantee.
Now I won't buy the level 2 variants of Scared Stiff and Cold Front, but
I guarantee this will take.
I'm gonna go ahead and buy all the points for repossession.
I guarantee this will.
Because what that is that massively increases the range of repossession and makes it way more useful. But yeah, so it tells you the exact same way, but what it is that Scared Stiff and Cold Front. So Cold Front freezes enemies so completely so they can't do anything. Scared Stiff kind of does the same thing, but it also causes them to tends to drop items. So like they tend to drop blue souls, red souls, and some healing as well. But you have to switch between your different presents. You just hit square and it switches through them in the top right there. So we're gonna go ahead and switch to Santa Jack, but also let me refill the bottle. And we shall go offward and onward to the pumpkin patch. Yeah, so whenever you encounter objects or pumpkins like this that are lying in wait, shaking around, like they saw in that one secret level, these are enemies lying in wait to ambush you. So here, you know, we'll actually even be able to see this in action. So they get super curious, and then so that's why with that one hidden area, it's kind of like, technically you can either get really lucky with your dodges, or you can actually just wait until you get Santa Jack. Now, the thing you gotta watch out for is on certain levels, they like to do that. Where it's like they just like to spawn the fucking ambush pumpkins on top of you, and it's like, okay, well, I thought, yeah, I'll say, I thought they would have been interested in the cold fronts, but oh well. Yeah, but with these ghosts, if I don't want to use blue souls on them, then what I tend to basically do is, so like I said, I'll show it off, but yeah, some of them went in the ground and they're trying to uppercut me, or so I thought. I guess they gave up, but what it is you get a little symbol under you that looks like ghostly, and then that means they're about to rise out. But when you spin like this, you force them out of the ground. Yep, but now we get to officially...
Behemoth.
Oh my god, I love Behemoth.
Which is a mess.
It's the Battens. They ruin it. Break the bridge.
Head.
Big pumpkin head. Battens eat it.
To be fair, I can't even say head empty. More like his head is just split open.
Hello. Testing.
Okay, hold that thought. Zero got an update. Yeah, but Behemoth. I love Behemoth. He's such just a... My man's just all brain empty.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Am I on?
Denizens of Oogie Town, Jack has returned, according to the reports. He's enjoying our dangerous Oogie Town so much, he's screaming in horror.
Oh my god.
This is all thanks to your efforts.
Rest.
My star pupil.
Oh my god.
My shining star. Why, it finished the work. Half alive, maybe, but now. There's more than half a chance.
Oh my god. Rest in fucking peace to Ken Page. Because that is him. Like, the dude's basically just been the voice for Oogie Boogie for like, literally, I think every appearance ever. It's just, he's the one to go to. Because, like, God, you cannot mimic a performance like that. Like that, like, he passed away this year, but it's like, fuck, that's a performance that stays with you, and it's why it makes him so memorable. That's why I was like absolutely assured whenever we had beaten Persona or Black Myth Wukong, it's like, this is the next game we're playing. Just because not only do I love this game and it be perfect, and that's the shit that kind of pisses me off sometimes. Oh my god, and the targeting is, oh fuck. Jack, please. But it's like, it's what I really want to do, is because that shit's like, that voice is iconic. Like, regardless if, as Oogie Boogie, as a fucking villain, if he ever actually does anything of this game or Kingdom Hearts or any shit like that, it's like, the fact is, you remember him. You remember him because of the voice and the aesthetic. Bap, bap, bap. Yeah, man, we've reached that point now in this game where enemy encounters definitely start taking a lot longer, because it's kind of like they start making it normally go in waves. It's mostly the hidden places that you'll notice them at are worse, but yeah, it's kind of like moments like these that are really like iffy, where it's like, okay, why are we summoning these ghost enemies one at a time? Essentially, when it's not the variant with the crowns, because at least the crown ones will actually just try to actually smack you. Funnily enough, I can't even say, like, technically that it's not something they've done in Devil May Cry, because in Devil May Cry 3, they had those enemies at the end of the game that were just as bad, where it's like, honestly a bit worse, because they would attack you more, but that would just fucking clip through the walls and everything and just fly all over the place, and it was like, just, I'm glad we're out of the phase where it's like, guys, we don't need enemies to just no-clip their way all around the place.
Exclamation marks.
Trust me, it's not challenging for the reasons you're thinking it would be. Or it's not that satisfying.
Soul bonus.
Alright, but that is where we're going to call that here. We made chapter 9, and I feel like that's a perfectly good spot. I'm looking forward to continuing the rest of this. Like I said, with where we are now, I mean, if we spend a long time playing it next session, then we probably could get to the end, but we'll at least get very close. I suspect this will at most take like 3 sessions. Alright, but with that, yeah, let me put that on mute for a second. Alright, but thank you very much for attending, and if you're watching this either on Twitch through live view or the YouTube VOD, thank you very much for watching. Like I said, this week we're starting our brand new schedule of Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. Thursday is no longer a streaming day. And on Tuesday and Friday, we're continuing Black Myth Wukong, and we're continuing more of this on Sunday. And whichever one we beat first, whether it be Wukong or this, our next game we'll be playing is Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which I've been meaning to go back to. So works out, but thank y'all very much, and if you want to see any schedule updates, you can follow me on x.com/Psychonius, or of course I update my schedules accordingly on Twitch and YouTube and all that. But y'all have a wonderful night, and I hope y'all have a wonderful Halloween this week. Thank y'all.